Hello, everybody, and welcome to a little bit of Bonus BOYGOB for that ass. I am Mr. Tom of DWN Productions, and that over there is who I'm going to refer to as Tropical Joe for tonight because a gentle fellow who called himself Tropical Joe gave us a little segment on Hispanic Heritage Month when I ventured out to the old theater today. I am from DWN Productions. He is from Fast Custom Shirts. And we are here this fine, spectacular night to talk about a movie which I'm sure is going to make both of our lists at the end of the year. Right off the bat, this is going to be spoiler filled. So if you don't want that shit, then step the fuck off. But if you don't give a shit or you've already seen the movie, then come on in, grab a beer, and let's fucking giggle a bit.
Well, let me tell you this. For those of you that stuck around this far, yes, Tom said it's going to be spoiler heavy, but there's really not much to spoil in this movie. There's not a whole lot. And of course, we're talking about the movie that premiered tonight, and that is Halloween Ends, the much anticipated by some people, not by me. I'm sure not by Tom. Halloween Ends. Tom, you ventured out to watch this, did you not?
I did because last time I used Peacock, it was for fucking Halloween Kills, and that movie fucking sucks dick. And imagine watching that when it's just trying to load, and it just stops, and you get that spinning wheel till something can fucking play, and it was just terrible. So I said, Lori, I just want to get this over with. Let's just go to the movies. And because I didn't think they were putting it up until as we're recording 2 o'clock this morning, and I'm a fucking autistic, so I would have stayed up and watched that fucking movie with that spinning wheel trying to get shit to load. But we went out to the theater, and
Was
I
it a
shit
packed
you.
house?
I mean, there was a good amount of people in there for a movie you can watch at fucking home for $10. There were enough idiots in there where I'm sure they'll make a couple fucking bucks. But I shit you not, at the end of this movie, a good amount of the people in attendance clapped.
See, I didn't. I watched it on Peacock. Um, I didn't have any streaming issues. Last time I watched the other one, I didn't have any streaming issues. Uh, it wouldn't have mattered if it did, though. I mean, who gives a fuck? But yeah, this is, had I gone to see it in the theater, this is definitely one I would have stood up. Boo! As I do when a movie sucks that I go and spend, 18 bucks to watch or whatever, Nah. Yeah.
Yeah, Lori definitely said in a loud tone, "Quit fucking clapping." Oh, so
As
I'm
you can see,
sure.
I'm drinking tonight after this film. I hadn't been drinking during the weekdays, but didn't take me long starting this one to like, you know what, I need a beer. Uh, yeah.
All right, so let's try and walk through this movie, Joe.
Okay. To begin with, and those of you that listen to the show regularly, I am not the hugest fan of this franchise.
Well, I think it's clear after watching this that the Halloween franchise sucks a fucking dick.
It does. It does. Yeah. So lead us in. So Tom, we were kind of left on a cliffhanger last time, right? The last Halloween
Yeah, old Jimmy Lee Jerklin's daughter got stabbed the fuck out of her fucking belly, face, and abdomen for looking out of Michael Myers' window. And he doesn't appreciate people looking out of his window when he wants to look out of his window, you see.
Yeah.
So he stabbed the fuck out of her, and then the credits rolled.
Yeah. So we're expecting this movie to start like right there, right?
Yep, I actually was. I avoided everything about this fucking movie. I didn't know shit. I just
I didn't
wanted to
watch a trailer,
band-aid it. Just
nothing. Same.
I just seen that very shitty poster that made my list a couple weeks ago for the worst movie posters.
Okay, let's get back to that back to back, like you know,
Pretty woman.
poster, you know, like fucking Run DMC, standing back to back.
It
And
was
yeah,
rubbish for the bid, mate. The
yeah, and I
poster
guess
and the movie, but we'll get to that.
in that poster, he's not towering over her. They're like close to the same height, right? Which is kind of odd, but they are related, so whatever.
Not in this timeline.
No, that's right. That's right. They're not.
So this starts out with good parents hiring a fucking guy to babysit their kid, like they just want this child to get molested because you know babysitters are usually girls or
Right.
young ladies, and the men who are you know babysitters, we'll call them pedophiles.
Right. And this
Parents
kid,
out there, don't hire fucking men to watch your fucking children.
this kid in the movie, he basically calls the dude a pedophile, right? Or
I
something
think he
along
called
that.
him something about an ass boy.
Yeah, yeah, something. Yeah, something to do with Nancy or something.
And which I like right off the bat, I think what was his name?
Yeah.
Corey Chapman or some shit.
Hmm.
Even if it's not, we'll call this Geno fellow Corey Chapman. He's the curly headed fuck who's pretty much the lead of this movie.
The bespectacled
Anyways,
Corey Chapman.
he said that the little kid wanted to watch a monster movie. So he put on John Carpenter's The Thing. And we all know, Joe, that that's an alien movie. So
Right.
fuck that guy for being a know nothing piece of shit.
But those two scenes that they showed from the thing are the best part of this movie.
Well, I don't know that fucking JCVD from Hard Target popped up.
That's true. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We will. It's like this movie was made for this show. So yeah, little kids just like, all right, I'm gonna have some fun with this fucking dickless fuck, and he fucks with them. Long story short, the little kid fucking locks the grown man in an attic, and this grown man says, "Let me out, please! It's spectacular up here. Let me out!" And he starts kicking on the fucking door just to kick it open. And he does. He
The
kicks the
parents
fuck
show
out.
up
Yeah, okay,
right
yeah.
as he is kicking this door.
And saying, "Hey, you little fuck," and shit like that. So he kicks this door so hard it flies off the hinges, hits this little fucker in the face, knocks him over like 4 stories into the foyer of this mansion, and he kind of just splattered. And it was at that point where I laughed my fucking balls off for like 30 seconds. No one else in the theater was laughing, but I was just there laughing so fucking hard. This
It
was
was pretty
probably
great.
holy shit.
And I thought, okay, they were gonna play this movie for laughs like this. You know, this is might be okay.
It wasn't, Joe. It wasn't.
I was wrong. Yeah.
Dead wrong.
So after that, they go into the opening credits, right?
Yeah, which you
Pumpkin
know,
bursting out of pumpkins, which I thought looked pretty cool.
I thought the first one looked cool, where it was that shitty looking pumpkin, but the
Hmm.
one that kind of looked like the pumpkin from the first one popped through, and then it kept happening as it got closer. The pumpkins looked faker and faker and faker, and
Yeah, I
I
mean,
was
I would have preferred to watch 2 hours of that.
Well, of course. If it was a handful of mushrooms, it would have been like 1998 when you just sit back and look at your screensaver.
Whoa. I didn't expect that one to come out the 32nd time.
So yeah, what happens? What happens at? It's like 4 years later. Oh wait, no, we already had the jump.
Yeah,
It
we
was the
started out
four
in
years
2019. I think is. I think I don't know. I'm already forgetting.
pre-COVID. As we'll
Yeah,
find out, this is a COVID movie
it is. It is.
because
It is
evil
very much
spreads like a virus.
COVID propaganda. Um, yeah. So
You didn't
then,
get your shot, and now my sister's in a wheelchair. She
yeah.
can't talk or nothing.
So we fast forward to Jamie Lee Jerklin and her family life. She's she's changed, man. She was all hardcore in the Halloween first one of this trilogy. Now she's mellowed out, man. She's got a
You just
house.
gotta live life, make the best out of everything.
Yeah, we got a little soliloquy with her telling us, it's like, man, you just gotta let bygones be bygones and forget the past.
I'm
And
sorry I was a heavy-handed bitch in the
mhm.
last ones, but I've mellowed out.
She's writing a book, and raising, or well, her granddaughter's an adult now, got a job and shit. It's a nurse, or something, LVN. They don't really quite say what she is, but she wears pajamas to work.
She works at a medical facility,
There you go.
a
Yeah,
stitchery maybe.
something
I'm
like
not. It looked like a very small clinic with one doctor,
that.
but they do everything there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's one of those little fucking emergency centers or something.
But a
Maybe.
real small one, like
Right.
one inside of a gas station.
Yeah. But Haddonfield's kind of a big deal because they've got their own radio station,
Can we
right?
talk about Haddonfield? So this is Haddonfield, Illinois, where half the residents talk like New York street toughs and the other half talk like they're from Haddonfield, Alabama.
Hmm.
Very, very odd. However, the diner they went to, it did say Euros on the sign, so I'm just like, all right, there's a little authenticity there. But the accents are way off for the Haddonfield area up there.
So enough catching up with Jamie Lee Jerklin. Let's go back to Corey. Uh, he's been released from wherever he was. Was he in jail or an asylum?
No,
We
he
don't
got
fucking.
off because he didn't fucking do anything.
Okay, so I wasn't clear on that, whether he was released, like they locked him up for a bit and then released him, but okay. So he was cleared at trial. Now he's just working in his dad's junkyard, repairing cars. But man, he's got it rough. He's got it rough in this town. Everybody knows him as the pedophile that threw the kid off the staircase.
No, all the townspeople, young and old, beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter your age. Come kick him in the fucking ribs.
he's the town punching bag. Some local band. I thought they were band students at first, but I guess they have a band. Seems like an odd mix. They're in a band because one kid always carries around his drumsticks. Like, but
Yeah, I
the
took it as they were in the school band,
that's what I thought too, because one of them was wearing their Letterman jacket or whatever. But
and it had a big F on it.
they try to get him to buy some beer for them, and then they realize, oh, this is that prick that killed the kid. So they start, harassing him, bullying him. They're bullying this man. uh,
This
but
grown ass man with a thick ass neck.
but Jamie Lee Jerklin steps in, saves the day, slashes the kid's tires, and says, "Hey, you're fucked up. I'm going to introduce you to my granddaughter."
Because she's scary.
Yeah,
Hey, you unstable fuck.
yeah.
Oh shit! So she drops him off at the old gas station medical supply house where he gets stitched up.
And yeah, hooks up with the granddaughter. The granddaughter, man, she wants to get laid big time. She's hitting on this dude, won't take no for an answer. Says, just come on out with me, man. Come on out to this Halloween party. But it's not a fucking Halloween party. It's just a bar. They go,
Yeah, that was kind of like it first happened, and I was just like, all right, they're at a party. It seems like some people are there. Then I looked, I'm just like, wait, they're going up to a bar. This isn't
Mhm.
a Halloween. You just went to a bar on Halloween.
And Tom, you still, I'm sorry to say, didn't get your scary Halloween movie. You're good for the Scarecrow movie.
Scarecrow.
'Cause, yes, that's his costume, is a plastic Scarecrow mask.
It sucks when the best part of this movie is a Polonia Brothers reference. When he was wearing that scarecrow mask, stabbing the fuck out of guy, Lori and I both went scarecrow, and that's a call or a line from Halloween Night, the great Polonia picture. But let's get back to this pile of shit instead of
So
that one.
he decides to cut loose a little, and he's get on the floor dancing. You got like a 3-minute montage of him dancing and in the photo booth with this slag.
I
And
thought he was having a seizure at one point.
yeah, well, that's the way the kids dance, Tom. That's the style these days.
Back in my day, you would shake your dick to holding hands music.
Uh, but he's like, fuck it, this is a good time, and goes to the bar, and who's there? The mom of that kid he killed. She just
What are you
happens
doing here? Having fun drinking?
smiling, taking your little pictures.
Oh boy. So she had to be escorted out because she was making a scene.
What a cunt. Uh, and he realizes, you know what? I'm not cut out for society. Everybody hates me. So, his whirlwind romance comes to an end pretty quick. He's walking home down in the dumps like he just lost the fucking Little League game, you know. And who rolls up? Those kids in the band. Kids in the band, they're pissed because their tires get gotten slashed. And
He
so they,
fucking jumps off and he says, if you want to play in Haddonfield, you gotta have a fiddle in the band, and kicked him right in the fucking ribs again.
yeah, he didn't have a fiddle, so they threw him off the fucking bridge. Well, he got
And
caught.
then Michael Myers fucking drags him into the fucking Ninja Turtles lair.
Michael Myers has been living in the sewers.
Wearing a blue bandana.
Just hanging out
Practicing.
there, getting old, you know.
Just
Because
rolling around holding his breasts like, oh, I haven't killed. I don't have any power. If I can do some stabbing, I'll gain some powers. It's like every time he
he
stabs,
looks
one of those video game hearts pops up and
he looks Corey in the eye, and like, he's throwing the evil inside him, and he's like really during that he's saying, "Feed me, Seymour, feed me all night long."
and you're seeing all this like flashes of like old Corey getting picked on, transferred into Michael's mind, and in Michael's head, I guess, like, oh, that's how I was. Although I was nothing like
Nothing like
this
that.
at all.
I killed the chick I thought was my sister. You know? So you and me, we're just the same.
Except we're not at all.
Yeah. So he lets him go.
You have to train me.
And as soon as he comes out of the Ninja Turtle lair, some bum tries to rape him. And
I think that was Nick Castle, but I'm not 100% sure.
he stabs old Nick Castle, and he's got his first taste of blood here. First taste. And what happens when you get that first taste? You want more. You want fucking more. And then I'm kind of lost. What happened next? I don't know. Just a bunch of bullshit.
Doesn't he say, "Hey, baby"? They go to the diner and says, "Hey, let's kill people
Let's get
and
out of this
shit."
town. Yeah.
And the fucking her ex-boyfriend, who's a deputy or some shit,
Mhm.
he comes over, "Hey, baby, I do some fucking shit, maybe with your butt." And he's like, "Hey, you." She said, "No, dag nabbit."
Because he's a
And
tough guy now.
he is now, because we didn't talk about this, but old dad, he was tired of his questionable son riding around town on a bike.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he
yeah.
gave him an old shitty motorcycle.
He said,
And
yeah, be a man.
this motorcycle, if you've seen Carrie, it's pretty much the same thing. The more he rides this motorcycle, the more fucking evil and no good Nick he turns into. It's not really Michael Myers transferring his powers. It's that fucking Carrie motorcycle, Joe.
What happened, no, is he gave him the Christine of motorcycles. He starts to get tougher. It starts to get more confident with the ladies, you know. Another
Fucking
nod to John Carpenter there.
and the tape was stuck in the fucking tape deck, and all I was
Mhm.
playing was doo wop.
No, emphasis on the WAP.
Hey, forget about it.
Everybody hated Christopher Columbus this week. What was going on? Anyway,
Yeah, they changed it to Endangered Peoples Month or Endangered Peoples Day.
so yes. They
Don't they
decided,
go to the
let's run
radio
away.
station and
Yeah, let's
talk
run
on the roof like this is
Young
true
Turks,
romance?
be free tonight. You know, they want to go do the fucking, what's that movie with Woody Harrelson and that skinny
Oh,
broad?
Natural Born Killers.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're headed down that path. They're talking like, let's do that. And but they got talked down to by some DJ that said, you know, hey, fuck y'all, I'm a DJ.
To his credit, was the year fucking 2022, and he was still spinning wax on fucking the airwaves. So I think he was the last.
Old school guy. Yeah.
But while we're talking about music, let's just bring up how fucking terrible and out of place all the songs were. Like all the licensed music they picked for this.
Yeah, this was not good, and even
Out of place.
what I could
Severely out of
isolate
place.
of Carpenter's score that wasn't just the same shit from before. There was nothing to it, and it seemed like it wasn't just his shit. It's like somebody like mixed some shit on top of his shit, so which sounded not good.
Well, I
Not
was
good.
talking more of like the
The music,
pop songs
the
there.
songs,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, then like he has a fight with the ex-boyfriend cop guy, and like lures him into the Ninja
To the
Turtle chair.
super
Yeah, and it's
into
like,
Michael's new home because they demolished his old home. The
show me
home
how
that
to
had his
kill, Michael.
favorite
Show me how to
window.
kill. And he's killing him, but Michael's like, he's old and infirm until he starts killing, and then he's getting strong now, you know, and starts getting tougher
I
and
do.
getting rougher and rougher with the killings and everything. Yeah.
And then he kills the cop
Mm-hmm.
and probably steals his underwear because
Yeah.
he's been down there a while and probably
But
would like a new pair of underwear.
old Corey decides, hey, I need your mask because I need to start doing this, and takes his mask.
I don't like every time they grab the mask, they had like the grabbing of wet latex sounds where it was like it was a squeaky door or a brand new mask. At this time, if he would have grabbed that mask that hard, the way it's been treated, it would have just fell the fuck apart.
Well, first of all, like he didn't need a Michael Myers masks, and because it's
The
dangerous
Scarecrow one
to
was
wear a
fine.
mask when you're out there to do some killings. It's a lot safer if you use makeup. You know, it looks
Yeah.
just as good, but
He
But
didn't
anyway,
watch the Halloween Safety
he didn't.
VHS.
He obviously did not.
No electricity in the sewers.
Uh, it seems like the granddaughter is getting kind of pissed too, and she's like, maybe she's gonna do some killings, but no, they never follow up with that. They never do anything with that at all.
Mm.
Jamie Lee Jerklin, she's like, wait a minute. She looks into this guy's eyes. I see something there that I saw in Michael. And she starts stalking him. And I don't know, this guy just goes around, starts killing folks. And if you're not checked out at this point, you're one of those Uber fans like I talked about. But I
Yeah,
was
dude, there is a lot of this in the theater. And switching fucking legs and shit.
Mhm.
Like having them crossed over one or the other. Fuck. It's like they specifically made this to laugh at all the fans who just lap up the piss of everything. It's like they made it just so they could laugh at them. The people who said, "Oh no, it was great." This was this seems very hard to believe that this wasn't made to be shitty on purpose.
I don't know. So Jamie Lee Jerklin confronts Corey, or he goes to the house, and she kicks his ass pretty easily, shoots him a couple of times, then he stabs himself in the throat. Michael Myers shows up, and he wants to kill Jamie Lee Jerklin,
And
but
he's all powered up now. He's
he
like
is
Super Mario after getting the mushroom.
the magic mushroom. Yeah, he's, but I don't know. She fights him.
Do you know
She
it would
has.
have been awesome? Like every time like he was stabbing, there'd be like little ghosts that would fly into Michael Myers, like when the demons went into Jason to power him up.
Well, she has this scene where she's hiding in a closet, and then all of a sudden she's like flashing back to all the other movies where Michael's chasing her or whatever. But I thought it would have been cool if they would have slipped in like that scene in True Lies where she's fucking dancing on the bedpole. It's a little clip of that.
And their
Hey,
penis falls out.
this movie sucks anyway. Let's just throw that in there. Yeah. Hey, we've got nothing against hermaphrodites on this show, just so you know.
Just so you know.
And it. Have you ever tried stabbing a knife into like a piece of wood, Tom?
Not only through a piece of wood, but through a fucking hand as well. Like that knife wouldn't just fall apart and your hand would just slip down through the handle and probably slice your thumb off.
Yeah, knives are not very fucking sturdy. The wood handle part is not put together real well. I don't recommend you try that at home with somebody that breaks into your house or something.
And if you look, it's not even going through it that far. Like they didn't cut the knife down to make it look like a whole shit ton was going through. Just maybe like a half inch, just stuck
So,
into the table.
the granddaughter comes in. She helps, kill Michael Myers. They slash his throat.
Slash his wrists the long way because they heard goth girls say that in high school.
Remember in the last movie, he'd been through all kinds of shit. The whole town like fucked him up, but he got up. But just in case, after they do all this to him, they tie him to the top of the car.
But you gotta talk about how much blood is just pouring. They slash his neck, they slash his arms, and he's just pouring blood. Blood's going all over the floor everywhere. There's like 5 elephants worth of blood just pouring out of this fucking guy.
Well, another thing too, like at one point when they're fighting, she like pulls the refrigerator down to
crushes his nutsack.
The thing is, like if I'm fighting for my life and everything, I may reach and think like, "Hey, I'm gonna turn." But then I'm gonna think, "Man, fucking refrigerators are expensive, and I got a lot of groceries in there. Nah, let me try something else." Sorry, couldn't buy that part.
That's all right. Now you can talk about the Michael Myers parade.
Yeah, so they tie Michael Myers onto the top of the car.
Like a Christmas tree.
all the town comes out, and they have the car parade all the way to the junkyard, so they can throw them in that little thing that fucking crushes cars. And so they like pick him up, and Michael Myers crowd surfs all the way along to that thing, and they throw him in there, and then
And a giant splatter of blood flows out of Michael Myers when they put him in the fucking what is it, metal grinder thing, even though they sliced his neck and his wrist, so all the blood would have left his body long ago, but still this giant of blood shoots out as he's getting ground up.
yeah. And then we cut back to Jamie Lee Jerklin. She
trying to get her fuck on.
She gives another soliloquy. She's writing that book again.
Evil didn't die. It just changed shape.
And that's it. That's the end.
No, she tries to get her fuck on with old man, and it turns into a geriatric love story, and they go look at cherry blossoms.
But that's it. This is the last Halloween movie they're ever gonna make again.
Until the next one. Yes.
Right. Yeah. So we'll be back in like, I'd say 3-4 years at the most, talking about another Halloween.
Yeah, this wasn't good. It had some good laughs at how bad it was, but what were you doing? This
said online, if you're into the Marvel movies, if you're into Star Wars type shit, you're probably gonna like this. I don't know. I mean, it's amazing what people like, how easily people are gonna be, that was worth $18, huh? And that's if you don't buy anything. That's if you don't get fucking beer or, soda water or fucking popcorn. Hot tamales.
Yeah, this doesn't even feel like it was a sequel to those other 2 movies that are in the trilogy. This feels like some totally different of itself thing. Very weird. Felt very odd. But yeah, man, David Gordon Green, the director, I haven't seen a fucking goddamn thing that he's done without Jody Hill that was worth a fuck at all. But then you go
Danny
back.
McBride, I like the Fist Foot Way, but you changed, man. You changed.
And again, Foot Fist Way, directed by Jody Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Yeah, you guys should team back up with that dude. So fuck, this was not good. Choices were made. Why those choices were made, I don't know. This is a movie about dealing with trauma, but doesn't handle it well.
No.
In the whole evil is a virus. It spreads. Shut up.
I think even if you're a big fan of this franchise or whatever, and you're saying you like it, you're lying. Not just lying to yourself. You want it to be good, and nobody's going to tell you otherwise.
Yeah, Joe, this is going to come as a surprise, but would not recommend.
We'll be talking about this later in the year when we do our best and worst of, I'm sure.
I just don't know if it's going to be above or below Jurassic Park Dominion. That's going to be one of those tough choices that are going to have to be made.
Yeah, it may, for me, be above Werewolf by Night, but we'll see. We'll see.
And I think this might be worse than Halloween Kills, because at least in Halloween Kills, we got that dumbass shit that we'll never forget. Evil dies tonight.
At least I was able to make a little bit of money. And I can't think of anything funny about this shit,
I mean, the kid falling, that
Yeah,
was
but
pretty
anything
good.
I can like capitalize on. You know.
Yeah, I don't think there was a good enough shot of Michael Myers crowd surfing to, yeah. Well, on that, head on over to dwnproductions.net. Check out my mask plus props, all the art and whatnot that I make. I even have some movies that you can buy over there and fucking say how much dick that they suck. So check out dwnproductions.net. And after that, Joe, where can they go if they want some t-shirts?
Go to fastcustomshirts.com. There's plenty to choose from, and I'm always on the press, printing and sending shit out. And make sure to give this video a like, watch some of our other videos so we can keep making more and so more people can see them and shit like that. I don't know how it all works. They say you got to keep on putting content out there, quality content. So we're out on that fucking mark. But yeah, that like button or whatever it is, thumbs up.
Like, share, subscribe, stick a pumpkin up your ass. And
or,
hey,
or don't. Fuck y'all.
boy,